These are robot butlers. They'll clean for you, they'll cook for you, they'll even make your bed. And the guy making these bots, he's an old friend from college. He worked for OpenAI and Scale, two of the biggest names in artificial intelligence. Now, he's building these robots. Me, I'm just curious and unemployed. So I flew to Shenzhen, China to talk to the team. Welcome to Shenzhen. I just woke up. I guess my voice is almost gone. Hopefully that comes back. Gonna get some breakfast and then head over to the lab. Check out that view. Where are we going?
We're going to our workshop.
Where we build.
Where we build robots.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Sharik from Prosper. We're building a household robot that will be able to cook and clean for you and help you out in your day-to-day life. Well, this is our little injection molding machine. Plastic comes out through this nozzle and goes into a mold or a part. You can get one for your home. Vacuum chamber. We have some parts being printed. These are just test prints.
Right now we're printing polycarbonate. It seems to be a little bit nicer to use. I'm Charlie Lawton. I work with doing most of the assembly. We're printing some of these. This part we've got here is a very early version of the lower arm.
This looks like an alien.
Yeah, this was. I think this part looks a little bit funky because I don't think all the load cases were.
So if you're the robot, that's your elbow.
It makes it seem very big when you hold it next to a human.
Oh, super sick. Future Anthony here, back from China. We are in the field office here. Also have their HQ in London. That's where they're going to be putting the robot together. I went over to China to check out in person their process. I found out how much it's going to cost.
Somewhere between 5 and 10K plus a monthly subscription fee.
How big it's going to be.
What, like 100 kilograms or something?
120 approximately.
About the same size and weight as like a human man.
Pretty much, yeah.
160 centimeters?
Centimeters, yeah.
Wait, how tall is that?
It's like this.
There's some guy locally to where our workshop is in the UK. He's just a big, strong dude he's been helping us move it around.
And when you can actually get this thing?
Not early next year, no, sometime next year.
Sometime next year, okay.
Hopefully. We'll probably just be in London first.
What is the most frustrating component to work with?
I think right now is these.
So these guys just measure capacitance of the air, right?
Yes. So this can rotate, you can measure the rotation, you can measure the tilt, you can measure the roll.
If I'm a robot in my hand, hits anything, or my arm hits something.
Yeah, you're gonna know the force, the direction of the force.
Are there any parts in particular that are really taking a lot of time to think through?
It seems like the biggest blocker is the material selection. The plastic themselves within inside of it have issues with terms of creep, or like nylon is potentially a usable material, but the problem with nylon is it absorbs a lot of water.
That seems like a big problem for a robot that's supposed to do your dishes.
Yeah, I mean in theory the water shouldn't be ever inside the arm, but it's just like ambient moisture will reduce the performance of the part. Like even just moisture in the air will reduce the performance of the part pretty drastically. Again, that's one of those issues that aren't a problem in the first year of having them, but is a problem 2 years down the line potentially.
You want the robot to be able to work in a home for a couple years without needing a service.
Having something that is the building block of the robot would probably be very unsustainable.
It'd be like trying to replace the frame of your car, I guess. At that point, you're replacing the car.
If the frame of a car had a lifetime of about a year,
that would be a problem.
That'd be really bad.
Yeah.
Found out what the experience is like having this robot in your house.
It was in my home for about a month or 2 months, and that was fun. Yeah, there were a lot of ways it needed to improve before we felt comfortable actually putting it into people's homes who we didn't know very well.
But no casualties.
No, as far as we know.
What's stopping the robot from gaining sentience and strangling?
Emergency stop switch, which was actually kind of annoying to make. If you just turn off all the power, that's kind of unsafe because the arms will fall down. So there's actually a wire whose whole job it is just to transmit that freeze signal to the arms. So in the beginning, you can probably assume that the robot's doing something. You can assume that there's a human, if not doing the tasks, at least supervising the robot doing the tasks.
So you said you already have one of these in your house?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Having it. It was organizing a bunch of stuff. You put down your dirty clothes and it packed into the washing machine and stuff like that.
That's pretty sweet. Like, that might already be worth it for some people to have a laundry bot. How did your roommates react?
Really liked it.
Yeah.
So main HQ is London. Why are you guys in Shenzhen now?
If we were in London and they were shipping stuff over, then the process, which might otherwise, take a few days, might end up taking a few weeks or a few months.
Gotcha. Just now you can overnight a part, test it, send it back tomorrow.
Yeah, or even the same day in some cases.
That's sweet.
The next day, I went with the team to check out some of their suppliers in and around Shenzhen. What kind of place are we going to next?
Sheet metal stamping.
Do we need sheet metal stamping?
Possibly.
Possibly need sheet metal stamping.
But this place we might be able to do very quickly. Just in.
The manufacturers were a bit guarded about me filming inside of their facilities. This first clip is from a metal stamping factory where they are just mass producing small metal parts. It was really cool, very noisy inside. The people were super friendly.
Usually the person who does the sales is different from the technical or engineering team.
Yeah.
So you probably want to be talking to the technical or engineering team to the degree you can.
Seems to be true everywhere in the world.
The second clip was from a facility that seemed like they could do a little bit of everything. They were great for like small batch stuff, prototyping things. This is just part 1 of the video. Part 2 is not gonna come until they finish the robot and I go back. The team still has a long way to go to make robot butlers a reality, but they are moving very fast. They are very driven. If you want to be the first one to hear about that video, like this video, subscribe. So there you have it. Robot butlers coming soon. Bye-bye.